Welcome to a brand new episode of the Justin Hamilton podcast. I am, of course, Justin Hamilton, and today we have Brydon Coverdale returning for quiz number 3. Yes, we have our third quiz. I have heard all your requests for more quizzes, and we are going to provide them as often as we can. It's been a really fun addition to the regular segments that we have, and yeah, it's fun to kind of change it up a little bit. So we will launch into quiz number 3. I won't say anything about how this one goes. We'll discuss that afterwards. Love hearing from all of you as well. I won't discuss too much of that at the start either, because Brydon and I discuss it. The different ways you're playing, the different ways you're engaging with it. All of it is really fun, and it's a really nice thing to hear from all of you. Coming up over the next few weeks, we have a number of returning guests. We will have Mulk returning to discuss television next week. We have Lexi Toliopoulos and I are going to be discussing the trailers for movies that are coming out soon. We'll probably even have a little bit of a chat about Dune 3 at the end of the year. The new Odyssey trailer dropped today, and well, I'm recording this on Tuesday the 5th, the day after May the 4th. Plead the 5th. The Revenge of the Fifth. I don't know if you want to keep the Star Wars motif going. Anyway, the new Odyssey trailer, I know a few of you were a little bit about the first one, but the first trailer was a mood. That's all it was. It was just letting you know it's coming. And now this one's a flex, and we get to see some of the crazy ass shit that Nolan has built for this new film. And I've got to be honest, I'm not really a fantasy guy. Do you know what I mean? I know this is an epic. This is not my favorite genre. But I am ready to go. And you know that he loves to be as practical as he possibly can. You know that his team built the ships, and you know they're proper actors there. They're not CGI people, and I just can't believe that he has spent decades genetically modifying someone so they'd only have one eye and would be quite large, and he built his own Cyclops through eugenics. So you know what? Sometimes it's worthwhile. That's how you should do things in pursuit of art and happiness. But if you haven't checked out that trailer, check that out. Alexi and I will be discussing that pretty soon. Thanks for... I know I'm recording this on Tuesday, but I received a lot of messages and emails about Tegan. You're really getting into her segment. And as I've already said, I'm not telling you the joke that we edited out. I'm just not telling you. It was funny. She made me laugh. And then there was just a moment where we looked at each other. She was like, "Can I take that out?" And I was already writing down when it happened and said, "Yes, we will be taking that out. But if you see me at a gig, maybe I'll tell you. If you see Tegan at a gig, maybe she'll tell you." But we are definitely not putting that online. Next week, I will be performing in Mudgee on the 12th of May. Just looking at my calendar over there. Dubbo on the 13th, Orange on the 14th, Bathurst on the 15th, and then I'm part of an all-star show in Orange on the 16th. So if I think most of those are sold out. I think Bathurst has not many. I think there's maybe about 15 tickets left for that. There's a few tickets left for the All-Star show, but for the first 4 nights, it's Rove McManus and me. And then on the All-Star show, Rove and I return for that, but we're joined by Mel Buddle, Nath Valvo, and Will Anderson. So it's going to be a big night. It's going to be a big week of gigs. I cannot wait. Central West Comedy is the place to go to find all your extra information. So if you are in regional New South Wales and you would like to come along and check us out, please do so. Yes, you know what? Let's leave it there for the moment. I'll throw some other things your way at the end of this podcast, but let's get your pen and paper ready, and let's bring in Brydon and let's see how we all go with quiz number 3. Brydon Coverdale is back to twist your minds and shake you all up. We have a winner from our previous quiz. Victor in Adelaide hit 9. Heaps of people got 8.
Yeah.
Victor got a 9.
So how did that make you feel about your score?
Look, I'm fine. I'm all about entertainment, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
Victor did point out to me that, unlike you and I wonder how many of our listeners are doing this, they press pause and have a think.
Ah, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that's not comparing apples with apples, is it? That's
No.
I don't get to do that on the chase.
Yeah. So that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you just wait 1 second, Larry?
Hold
I'm
on,
going to
Larry.
go for a
I
walk.
just stop the clock. I know this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, everyone take 5. Have a little
Mhm.
snack. I'm just going to go for a wander until Mark Latham pops back into my
That's
head.
right.
So now you had some friends who got 10, but there were 2 of
Yeah,
them,
that
right?
was 2 of them together. Yeah, Ben and Tara, and to be fair, Ben has hosted trivia nights and done a lot of work in it. So,
Right.
but I like the idea of listening together and 2
Yeah.
people or more working as a team because that's kind of what pub trivia is all about and talking answers through. So I like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to have a team podium and a solo podium and
That's
see where
right.
we go
That's
from
right.
there.
I mean, Ben probably also has the advantage because he knows me of knowing how my mind works and
Oh, yeah.
what sort of questions I'm going to be asking and what to look for. So, yeah.
Oh, right. All right. Well, you know what? He can keep bringing his scores in, but I'm
That's
awarding
right.
Victor
Yeah, I
the
think that's
big
fair.
win.
That's fair.
Um. Yeah. So it's interesting. I didn't even think that someone, and it makes perfect sense. And there's no rules, but the fact that some people might just go pause, do the
Yeah,
dishes,
yeah.
answer.
Well, I mean, that's
Nothing wrong
sort
with
of
it.
that's kind of how it sometimes works with things like if you're doing a newspaper quiz
Mm,
or something, you might go, oh, yeah, I know that one. I'll go and do something else while I try and think of the answer or
yeah.
you know, yeah, it's technology allows you to do it, so I think it's fair play, but there's a little asterisk by the score.
Yeah, exactly. You remember that, Victor, when next time
Yeah.
you try to pull one over me. So, all right, we have 10 new questions. I am not going to be pausing. I'm going to be sitting here panicking in the moment. So
That's
I'm
right.
good to go.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to start you today with the multiple choice question. I usually give you one.
Yeah.
So multiple choice here. Um, what did Paul Keating famously once refer to as, quote, unrepresentative swill? Was it the Liberal Party, the Senate, or the media?
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I remember uh, those words,
Hmm.
but the target,
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
um,
Because kind of all of them could fit, I think.
yeah, absolutely. Could you give what was it again in
So,
order?
so the Liberal Party,
Yeah,
the Senate,
yeah.
or the media? Which of
Hmm.
those did he call unrepresentative swill?
Hmm. All right. That is okay. I'm gonna go with my answer, but I am ready for anything with that
Okay,
one.
great. I love a bit of Paul Keating. He's good for trivia.
He's very good for trivia. Also, still,
Coming up with
divisive.
new things. Yeah,
Yeah, but extremely divisive.
that's right.
I
Yeah.
won't mention any names, but I watched 2 prominent TV personalities get into a quite a juicy argument over Paul Keating, where one person thought Keating was a legend and the other one thought he was everything that was wrong with Australian politics in 2024. And I just sat in the middle going, isn't this fun?
Wow. And which one of those people was Daryl Summers?
Both.
Yeah.
Sticky knee
All right.
popped up. Gee,
Yeah,
Mr.
that's right.
Summers, I didn't know you were so politically active. What's up?
All right, film question now. In the cult 1989 comedy film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure,
Yep.
Bill and Ted go back in time collecting eight historical figures, bringing them to the present day to help them pass their school history assignment.
Yeah.
Which of those eight people, which famous person who died in 1939 is the only one of those people who lived in the 20th century? So who was the most
Oh,
recent of those figures that they brought back?
damn. You know, this is killing me because I circled watching this movie a few months ago and I chose poorly for this moment. Which person was
So which of
still
those eight historical figures was the
figures?
only one who actually lived in the 20th century?
Yeah.
Died in 1939. So that's only 50 years before the film came out.
All right. All right. Okay. Yep. Damn. So funny when you just suddenly go back to a random night and you're looking at it going, "Ah, I'll save this for another night." God damn
Well,
it.
this is like the opposite of what happened the first time around with that Titanic question that you got,
Yes. Yes.
where you should have watched the movie this time.
Yeah. All right.
All right, question three, uh, geography now.
Mhm.
According to the government agency Geoscience Australia, which of Australia's six states, so not the territories, has the shortest length of coastline, including its islands?
Oh, shortest length of coastline, including the islands.
Including its islands. So, you know, not just the mainland coast, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Um, that is quite interesting. I don't know why. I'm just thinking like remembering. I'm suddenly having flashbacks to a kid when you used to have that blue and red kind of container that you'd stick shapes into, but suddenly all the shapes are in the shape of Australian states, and I'm
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
right.
put them in.
Yeah.
Has the
I mean, you could
shortest?
probably rule out a couple, but
Yeah. Um, all right. I'm gonna take a wild swing with this one.
all right.
Okay.
Love it. Okay. Question four. In cricket, a hat trick occurs when a bowler takes wickets with three consecutive balls. But in Australian cricket terminology, a double hat trick consists of a bowler taking wickets with how many consecutive balls?
A double hat trick.
Double hat trick. How many consecutive wickets in Australian cricket is called a double hat trick?
Huh. Well, it well, it feels really obvious.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you've got such a good poker face. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I thought I'd just say it seems really obvious, but it's all those years of just staring down the camera while we're
Staring
waiting for
down
the answer to
contestants.
camera.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A double hat trick. I've never even heard of a double hat trick
Hmm.
before. Um, all right. Three consecutive wickets, a
Is
double
a
hat
hat
trick.
trick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And how many?
A double hat trick is how many consecutive wickets?
Yeah.
Consecutive balls.
Yeah. Okay. Um, all right.
Okay. Locked in.
Yeah. I'm not
All
happy
right.
about it.
Great. That's what I love to hear. All right. This one is about books.
Hmm.
So Banksy may be the most reclusive British artist, but he's not the only one. Author-illustrator Martin Handford has sold more than 70 million copies of his books, making him one of the all-time bestsellers. But as far as I can tell, there are no public photographs of him since about 1990. So this means rather appropriately that he could walk down any street anywhere in the world and not be spotted. What series did Martin Handford create?
Wow. All right.
Hmm.
Um, I genuinely don't even know this name. A series of books.
Series of books sold more than 70 million copies, which makes him one of the all-time best-selling author illustrators.
Yeah.
And rather appropriately, he could walk down any street anywhere in the world and not be spotted.
Okay. All right. I am. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Feel like maybe a penny dropped there.
Uh yeah, maybe.
Hmm,
Maybe.
maybe. We'll
Maybe
find
I'm
out.
maybe I'm using your skills, but you don't want to get ahead of yourself and go, well,
No, no,
I've
I
worked
know,
that
I
out. And
know.
then it's
I don't want to
like,
give you
what do you
compliments and then find I have to retract them.
what do you mean punch isn't a book?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Question six. So last time I gave you some Wikipedia subheadlines. This time I'm going to give you on this person's Wikipedia page, down the bottom of the page. These are the categories that this Wikipedia page fits into. So who is the person? 1956 births, Australian of the Year award winners, members of the Order of Australia, Olympic gold medalists for Australia, medalists at the 1972 Summer Olympics, and Survivor franchise winners. Which person fits all
Uh,
of those categories?
all right. Um yep. All right.
Yep.
Maybe. Don't know. Seem yep. Cool. Okay.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Good commentary. So,
No, it's one of those
yeah.
things where I didn't know if you wanted me to
No,
talk
no,
you through.
we'll talk about it
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
had
Yeah.
I specifically went so uh my mum was born in 1953. So
Oh, 56, I said for
no,
this. Yeah.
no, no, but
Oh, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
53, so then I could kind of work out
Hmm.
what my mum's age was to
Yep.
like I know, do you know what I mean? And then
Yep.
trying to think anyway,
Yep.
whatever. But trying
All
to
right.
think of who she may have admired back in the day and
All right.
yada yada, etc. Answer
Very good.
possible.
All right. Question seven, music. The Barry Manilow song, I Write the Songs, was ironically not written by Barry Manilow.
Goodness.
It was written by Bruce Johnston, who is best known as a member of which iconic band?
Oh, Bruce Johnston. Okay. I have a very weird Barry Manilow story for you, which I will save until we
Is
get to
there
the
any other
answer.
type?
Like, I'm sure there's hey, guess what I just bumped into at the cafe? Barry Manilow. What did he have to say? Not much. He was pretty tired. Oh, okay. Bruce Johnston, iconic band.
Yeah, very, very much an iconic band,
Uh,
and like one of the big name bands.
yeah, right. All right. I'm gonna. All right. Look, at the worst, we should get a laugh out of what I've written down.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
love it. All right, question number eight. Uh, what Australian slang word for a loser or no-hoper comes from the name of a 1920s racehorse that failed to win any of its 37 starts?
Oh, right. Wow, that's a lot of races to.
A lot of races to
Com-
never win and still get the chance to keep going.
yes,
I feel like if you own that horse, you get to 12 or 15 and you say, I think we're wasting our time here.
yes. I bet whoever owned that horse um, also really believed in their useless kids.
That's right. Yeah. So this is an Australian slang term for uh, yeah, I think the dictionary kind of calls it a loser or no hoper, but you could also sort of just say a bit of an idiot, bit of a fool
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh my God. It's so sad that a lot of Australian slang has been squeezed out
Mhm.
of everyday language, and I'm
Oh,
trying
no.
to.
I'm
Um,
I'm really trying to keep some of it going. Like I always refer to like my kids when, I have to like say, put your undies in the laundry. I always call them Reg undies. I'm
Oh,
very,
yes.
very passionate about that.
Yes. Um, all right. I'm not happy with this, but once again, sometimes you just got to go for the laughs.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Question number 9. Television.
Yes.
Um, Courtney Cox, Kristen Davis, Jane Leeves, Anna Gunn, and Terry Hatcher are among the many, many actresses to have played girlfriends of which TV character?
Yes. All right. Um, yeah. All right. I, yeah. Okay.
I think you might be okay with that one.
Maybe,
All right.
maybe. I feel like I can, you know,
Picture a couple of scenes.
yeah, maybe.
All
Trying to
right.
think of the endearingly lovable man whores of American television.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. All right. And question number 10.
Hmm.
In 1894,
Yep.
which Australian colony, now a state, became the first electorate in the world to give equal political rights to men and women, giving women not only the right to vote, but also to stand for Parliament, but as of 2026, remains the only Australian state not to have had a female premier?
Huh. How funny. All
Hmm.
right. Let's well, we gave them an opportunity. Doesn't
Yeah,
mean we have to vote for them, mate.
that's right. Yeah, you open the door just so you can like close it mostly over.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
there you go.
pretty much what it is, I think.
Jeez, why is everyone busting our balls about this?
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
All right. So there we go. 10
Yep,
questions
10
done.
questions. They feel legitimately tricky, but also but then again,
But gettable.
heaps of people got double my last score. So,
I
who
think
am I to
there's
know?
certainly some gettable ones in there, and there's some that you can take a good guess at.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's
All
let
right.
let's go with number one, and and I doubt I've gotten this right, but I at least have some logic to it.
Okay. So what did Paul Keating famously once refer to as unrepresentative swill? The Liberal Party, the Senate, or the media?
Yes.
What did you say?
I went with Senate.
The Senate is correct.
Oh, Hammer, he's back, baby.
He's done it. He's done it.
Well, my initial reaction was media,
Yep.
but I thought it's such a brazen attack on the media, and he
It
probably
is.
needed them.
He probably did. I mean, I think it's definitely something he would have thought.
Yes.
So I think this was in reference to when he was Prime Minister. The Senate wanted to have the Treasurer, come to the Senate and answer questions and explain himself. And Paul Keating said, I'm not sending the Treasurer to that unrepresentative swill. The idea being that the Senate is not because of the way it works. Each state has the same number of senators regardless of population. It's
Yeah.
not representative in the same way that the House of Representatives is.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. And I think he just said much worse things about the Liberal Party.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, John Hewson, he said, it was debating John Hewson was like being flogged with a warm lettuce leaf. Um,
one of the greats.
yeah. Peter Costello was all tip and no iceberg.
You know,
There's some good lines there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe this person who says that part of the problem with Australian politics is that he set this up. But
Yeah.
as always, people learn the wrong lessons. They just went aggressive. They didn't realize he could also be funny.
That's right. I think the lesson is actually if you're going to do this, you've got to be good enough to do it well.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah.
to you've got to actually be funny as well as insulting. Being just insulting doesn't
No,
cut it.
no. But if you make people laugh at the same time,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. That feels like a strong start. I
Good
don't know
start.
about this second one.
All right. Yeah, Bill and Ted. So I watched this again, having not watched it in many, many, many years.
Yeah.
Where I think it was on my birthday last year, and I was trying to come up with a film that I would like to watch with the kids that I thought they would also enjoy and get something out of. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, great, Napoleon water sliding and eating ice cream, this feels like it ticks the boxes.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. So,
Yeah.
it was
And what
great.
the kids think.
I think they liked it from memory. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun film.
Yeah, and it's you know, it's got some silly moments, or a
Yeah,
lot of silly moments, but it's also it's got a sweetness to it. Like it's
it
got a
does.
genuine heart.
It does. And we haven't got to the answer yet, but that Napoleon, who has some of the greatest scenes in that film, he's played by an Australian actor, a guy called Terry Camilleri, who's from Melbourne, and
Is he related to Joe?
I don't think so.
Right.
I think it's a relatively common Maltese
Right.
surname. But yeah, he turns up in the Truman Show as well. He's the guy watching TV in the bath. Like he's just got
Oh, okay.
really interesting little roles in things.
Yeah, right. That's kind of like a fun career to be able to
Yeah,
just pop in and out of things. Uh,
definitely.
by the way, I
Well,
would not have thought of Joe, except I went into an ice house deep dive last night, and he plays saxophone on "Don't Believe Anymore."
all right.
Back in the day when saxophone was still sexy.
Yeah.
All right, so I was Napoleon came to mind
hmm
immediately. Socrates came to mind immediately. I was going through all of them, and then I can't even remember if this person is in the film, but I went with Freud.
Sigmund Freud is
Sigmund.
correct.
Oh, yes.
You've done it.
Far
You've done it.
out.
That's a great get.
Far out.
Yeah. So like I think the only two that you would say were sort of a bit more modern were Sigmund Freud and Billy the Kid.
Hmm.
Billy the Kid, though, was Wild West era. Yeah, so Freud, when I sort of stopped and thought about it, I thought he only died 50 years before that movie was made. That's the equivalent of if it was made today, having someone like Elvis Presley in it,
Yes.
like
Oh, yeah.
in
Yeah.
terms of era.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so like his Freud's lifespan overlapped with George Carlin, who's in the film.
Yeah. Right. That's
Yeah.
mind blowing to think about,
It
isn't it?
kind of is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, I'm very excited about that.
And
Freud.
I
Yeah,
rec and I recommend going back and watching it as well.
yeah. No, you've inspired me. That's good. All right. Number
Okay,
three.
the Australian state with the shortest length of coastline.
So I my so mine anyway, I went with Tasmania
Okay,
because
incorrect.
yeah, all right. I was going to go with Victoria.
Also incorrect.
Okay, what is it?
New South Wales.
New South Wales,
New
really?
South Wales, yeah. So Tasmania, because it is all island, it's all coastline, So
Yeah,
plus it has a bunch of other islands as well as the
right.
Tasmanian mainland.
Yeah,
Victoria is a relatively low on the list, but it also has some big islands. Phillip Island and French Island help it kind of up the list a bit. New
right.
South Wales, it's just essentially that one stretch of coastline that's, not, I guess, not that bumpy, for want of a better term.
Yeah.
And New South Wales actually has very few islands.
Oh, okay.
So that's
So
what
yeah,
helps cost it a bit.
yeah, right. I thought there were a few more islands there, and I kind of so I went with Tasmania because my initial thought was it's all coast, right? So I was like, but it's not big, and
No, it's
I
not.
thought that there might be. So you know what I did? I out tricked myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, number of islands. So, for example, Western Australia has 3,747 islands.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
I know. Queensland has nearly 2,000. Tasmania has 1,000. I mean, a lot of these are, going to be little, almost rocky outcrops.
Right.
New South Wales has 102.
Oh, right.
So
Wow.
it's like
Okay.
it is a long way down in terms of islands.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wonder if there's any cheap ones that I can go down and buy some land and,
Uh, I mean, they're at a premium in New South Wales because there's so few of them. But
yeah,
if you
yeah,
want to buy an island in WA, go
yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
It'd be great, especially since I can't swim either. So that'd be fantastic. What a, you know what? I'd be so I'd be so nice and thin, and my skin would be so soft because I'd just be panicking every day. I'd be unable to eat and just flushing all the hormones through my body. So, all right.
Also hard when you don't eat seafood. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, I won't be there for long, but
no,
I'll look
that's
good.
right. Yeah. All right. Question four, a double hat trick in Australian cricket terminology. How many
Yeah.
wickets from consecutive balls?
Yeah, I just didn't. It just felt like six.
Hmm.
But I just, once again, I may have upended myself here, and I just felt like that was too easy.
Right.
So, so what I did was, so I went with four.
Well, congratulations. Four is correct.
Yes.
So, but I had to say Australian cricket terminology because this is a term that I didn't realize until I sort of worked in cricket is actually mostly just used in Australia. So the double hat trick, it's four balls because balls one, two, and three are a hat trick,
Yeah.
and balls two, three, and four are a hat trick.
Oh,
So you have
right.
effectively taken two hat tricks. It's just that a couple of those wickets overlap.
Right. Okay. Uh,
However, like for example, they don't really use this term in England. There was an English club cricket bowler who just last week took 6 wickets in consecutive balls, and the media called that a double hat trick. So in
right.
England, I think that is what they call it. But cricket terminology does actually vary a bit around the world.
Yeah. Interesting. Has anyone ever taken a double hat trick in a in an Australian Test match?
Um, Not in a test match, like four from four balls. It's happened in 2020 cricket. Lasith Malinga, the Sri Lankan fast bowler, has
Yeah.
done. And I think I'm sure it's happened in domestic cricket like
Hmm.
Sheffield Shield or state cricket,
Yeah.
but no, not in a test. I don't think.
What do you reckon the best wicket you've ever seen taken in a cricket match is?
The best wicket ever.
Yeah.
Um, oh God, I
Best
don't
is
know.
hard.
Yeah,
There's one that comes to mind. I can't even remember exactly who we were playing against. I think it may have been Pakistan, but and it was the last ball of the day. And Shane Warne did a lot of. He was piss farting about and playing to
yeah.
the crowd, and it was really entertaining. And then he got the wicket,
Mm,
and he really psyched out the play. And I remember watching it, and I was just laughing at home,
yeah,
going, "Look at this asshole! Like
yeah. It's
he's
so
getting the crowd up, and he's a real showman." And
yeah.
then he followed through because he absolutely outpsyched that
Oh, I
batsman.
know. I know. But I mean, hat tricks are always entertaining, but occasionally it has happened where a bowler's taken a hat trick and hasn't realised that they've taken a hat trick because
Mm.
so Merv Hughes did that in a test match because he got I think it was against the West Indies. He got a wicket from the last ball of an over and then one from the first ball of his next over, but that was the end of the West Indies innings. They were all out.
Oh,
And
right.
so first ball that he bowled in the next innings, he got
Yeah.
another wicket. So they were three different overs and felt like three different events.
Yeah.
It was actually a hat trick.
Huh. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Everyone's getting excited, and there's
Yeah,
Merv just, wanting to stretch for the crowd.
yeah, that's right.
All right.
All right. Reclusive author illustrator Martin Handford. What book series did he create?
Listening to your wording,
Hmm.
I rolled the dice on Where's Wally.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
you picked up on the, rather appropriately, he could walk down any street and not be spotted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just it's interesting. Like he when the series started, he did do a little bit of publicity, like a couple of interviews, and there are some old photos from 35 years ago, and he actually does look a bit like Wally. He's got the
Right.
glasses, got the glasses, doesn't wear the red stripy shirt,
Yeah.
but it seems as though he then kind of became so successful that he didn't need to do publicity and valued his privacy. And it's a bit like Thomas Pynchon. Like after that, there's just nothing. You
Yeah.
can't find any image of him after that.
Mate, that is without a doubt the dream.
Yeah,
To be so
absolutely.
successful that you don't need to be seen anywhere.
That's right. I have sold so many copies, and everyone knows my work, but no
Yes.
one knows me.
Yeah, yeah, that is genuinely the dream for me.
Absolutely.
I always think about the Onceler in the Lorax, just
Yeah,
up in his thing, just putting a pail down and giving
that's
out
right.
some stories, and you know, that's
Yeah, but
that's
that's
my
that's
ultimate goal.
I mean that yeah, that's kind of that's sort of freelance work, though, isn't it? Like you're
Yeah.
sending down a pail and please pay me one great great grandfather snail.
The way the entertainment industry is going, that would be, you'd be like, oh, I can't believe they overpaid. This is
Yeah,
great.
yeah. My agent needs to take a cut of this snail. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, damn it. I didn't get there home. All right.
All right. Question number six. The person who fits the Wikipedia categories: 1956 births, Australian of the Year award winners, members of the Order of Australia, Olympic gold medalists for Australia, medalists at the 1972 Summer Olympics, and probably most helpfully, Survivor franchise winners.
Yeah. Look, um, a few names came to mind, and I heard 1956. I went to immediately, my mum's birth year, 1953, popped into my head. So then I kind of got caught on a bit of I wonder if it's someone that she would have admired back in the day, etc. Anyway, I went with Dawn Fraser.
Right sport, wrong person.
Damn.
So this is Shane Gould.
Shane Gould.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you sort of if it, I guess if you did the maths of going 1956 born and won all these medals in 1972, so she was only 15 when she won all those medals.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Right. Yeah, she was too. Yeah.
so she won yeah, three gold medals and then just retired. Like that was
Yeah.
it. She was done. But yeah, she won Survivor seasons, one of their celebrity seasons of
Right.
Survivor, and she's going to be in the cast of the New Australian Traitors season.
Oh, really?
Gretel Colleen is hosting, so I'm
Oh, how
interested to,
excited are you?
yeah. Oh, I'm definitely. I must say the cast list for it is a bit too heavily reality TV based for my likings.
Hmm.
But there's basically Shane Gould and Ian Dixon are kind of like the two older people, the sort of the token older ones, and the rest of them are kind of, young reality types.
Uh, Australian TV.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be curious to know how that goes because I know how big a fan you are of.
Yeah. I still think it will be good, but
Yeah.
I'd like to see a bit more variety in the
Yeah.
end,
All right.
including like maybe a chaser
And
in there.
maybe a chaser. Would you want to do it or would you want one of our friends to do it so then you could
I'd,
comment on it?
I'd absolutely love to do it. I think it would be
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
If anybody happens to be listening who knows any of the producers involved in the traders, like
Yeah. Ready to go.
that'd be a bit of a dream to play that game.
I would love to see you and Mara on it.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the same season.
On the same season,
Yeah.
trying to
Uh,
outduel each other and everyone else.
can we trust each other?
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Question seven, the Barry Manilow song "I Write the Songs" was not written by Barry Manilow.
Hmm.
So it was written by Bruce Johnston, who is best known as a member of which iconic band?
Yeah, look, I honestly didn't have really any idea. So I just went on a play on the words of the question and I went with the band.
Okay, no, the Beach Boys.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
You know what? Yeah, I know Pet Sounds. There's
yeah.
a couple of songs I like, but there's just a bit of a Beach Boys blank spot for me
Is there? Do they
overall.
not? Do they not quite fit into the yacht rock sort of zone at all?
Uh,
Which I know you like.
I do love my yacht rock. Technically, yacht rock is sort of like 75 to 83, but
Yeah.
other people do kind of, you can slot a couple of people in there, but
I thought that maybe some of the Beach Boys' later stuff, like Kokomo, might fit into that.
I
But
feel like that would absolutely is,
yeah.
yacht rock all the way.
So yeah, Bruce Johnston, like he's probably not one of the more famous names in the Beach Boys, but he's been with them, for a long, long, long time. And actually, only a couple of months ago, he announced that he was quitting the Beach Boys in order to focus on his solo career, which I thought that at 83 years of age, that was quite a
Mate,
bold move.
mate, I respect it. I
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? You're 83. You're playing
I
with
know.
house money. You may
I've
as
had
well go
enough.
out.
I'm going solo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I totally respect it.
yeah.
Mum and I have always my mum's taste in music is much heavier than mine.
Okay.
Like from Jimi Hendrix as a kid all the way through to Pearl Jam and the Deftones and,
Hmm.
you know, uh, DC Fontaines and anyway but we kind of have always had this ironic love of Barry Manilow, and one year he was coming to Adelaide, we were like, we should go. So we dressed really conservatively, and I parted my hair on the side. It's the only time I've ever parted my hair on the side, and wore a shirt with buttoned up with a jumper over the top, and we went to this Barry Manilow concert, and it was so funny because everyone was kept talking to us because they just thought it was so beautiful to see a mum and their son at enjoying the same music together. But we were definitively enjoying Barry on a slightly different level to everyone else who was there.
I see. Yeah, fair enough. But it does
Uh,
sounds like an appropriate get up for a Barry concert.
yeah, absolutely. And you know what? He was really good, and we had a
Yeah.
really good time.
Yeah. I just love the fact that he one of his most famous songs, I Write the Songs, he did not in fact write.
Yeah, what the it's quite funny, isn't it? It's like you just want to stand up in the middle of the song and just yell out,
No, you,
liar.
no, you didn't.
Yeah.
All right, question 8. What Australian slang word for a loser or no hoper or an idiot comes from the name of a 1920s racehorse that failed to win any of its 37 starts?
I just honestly could not think of anything. So, and I know this isn't right. So I just went with whacker.
I like it. It's not correct. The answer is drongo.
Drongo. God damn it.
So a drongo is a type of bird.
Yeah.
The horse was named after the bird, I think, and
Right.
but the term is specifically named after the horse.
Right.
But I was just reading about it. Like, so we were talking about how it didn't win any of its 37 attempts. However, um, contrary to popular opinion, it wasn't actually a hopeless horse. Basically, ran in very, very high quality races
Right.
against the best horses of the era. Finished second in the Victoria Derby in 1923, and
Yeah.
like a couple of seconds and thirds in really, really big races,
Yeah.
but never won. So it's kind of like, you know, uh, just that always the bridesmaid kind of. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
other than being last, you know.
Yeah. Right. Like Dominique Wilkins in the 80s, a great NBA basketball player, like one of the best, incredible. His teams always did really well, but could never get past Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Michael
Yeah,
Jordan in the East. So,
yeah. Or you
but,
know what? To reference a previous episode, a bit like Vitas Gerulaitis,
yeah, yeah,
against Jimmy Connors.
nobody beats Drongo 37 times
That's
in a
right.
row. Well, it turns
Yeah,
out they do,
yeah,
Drongo.
absolutely, yeah.
That,
They
that's
probably wouldn't have beaten it 38 times. He just never got the chance.
Yeah, if it's feels like you're a self-fulfilling prophecy, naming your horse Drongo and then going, I can't believe we never get a win.
That's right.
By the way, isn't whacker just a polite way of calling someone a wanker?
I think it probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
One of my mates growing up, his mum always used to love calling us whackers, and it's just locked in.
yeah. A lot of that great Australian slang is it's just not as prevalent as it used to be. But I tell you what, if you spend a bit of time in country Australia, it's still
Mm.
there.
Oh
Still there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. It's quite amazing to be out in regional Australia and having one of those drop, and it's really entertaining. And sometimes
Absolutely.
it's even more entertaining when it's one that we've all agreed on that we're not going to use anymore.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there is a fine line.
Yeah, Drongo's safe though.
Yeah,
We're good
yeah.
with Drongo. All right.
Right. All right. Television, Courtney Cox, Kristen Davis, Jane Leeves, Anna Gunn, Terry Hatcher, all played girlfriends of which TV character?
Yeah. So I had two in mind, and in the end, I went with Joey from Friends.
Ah, you've gone the wrong way. Jerry Seinfeld.
God damn it.
Mm,
God damn it.
Jerry had basically a new girlfriend every episode,
Yes.
and it was kind of a rotating list of like people who went on to, you know, famous
Yeah.
shows like, Anna Gunn was later
Yeah.
Breaking
Breaking
Bad,
Bad. Yeah.
Jane Leaves as Daphne and Frasier, and all
Yeah.
of this. But none of them lasted more than one or two episodes.
It's so funny. I can picture a lot of them
Mm.
in the sitcom, and weirdly, it's the manhole that I can't picture that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
dated. And of course, in Seinfeld, I wouldn't picture Jerry,
No, that's right. Yeah,
but it was between Jerry and Joey, and I chose incorrectly. God damn it!
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a good thought. Yes. Yeah. Terry Hatcher, Lois in Lois and Clark at the time, sort of
Yeah,
around that 90s era. But
yeah,
she played this woman who Jerry couldn't work out if her breasts were real or fake. It's
yeah.
very,
Oh
very much sort of,
yes, yeah,
Jane Leaves played a character who was a virgin, and Jerry was sort of all worried about that. But
yeah.
yeah.
Terry Hatcher, opposite Dean Cain in the
Mm.
Superman series. If you really want to enjoy the rantings of an overweight arsehole, look up Dean Cain.
I mean, it's always the ones who don't go on to great success, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like what did
yeah.
he do after Superman? I'm not really sure.
He ate a lot of pies. That's what he did.
Yeah, it's
He
almost
had,
like there's
he
certain
had a,
bitterness creeps in that
yeah,
I didn't achieve what I should have achieved.
yeah. I think his super appetite kicked in, and but it's a fun read, and he will not be hanging out with the other versions of Superman.
But he will be hanging out with Scott Baio.
He will be. Oh, Scott Baio, Chachi. Why? Why?
All right. Last question. In 1894, which Australian colony, now a state, uh,
Mm.
became the first electorate in the world to give equal political rights to men and women to vote and stand for parliament, but is the only state not to have had a female premier?
I'm going to go with South Australia.
That is correct.
Yes,
Yep. Your
represent.
your home state.
I'm so proud.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can be definitely proud of the first bit of it.
Yeah. SA progressive to a
Yeah.
point. That's put
Well,
that
that's
on
right.
the
That's right.
on the
And
state logo.
I mean, they do have a female opposition leader at the moment, Ashton Hearn, but
Mm.
they had an election just in the last couple of months,
Yeah.
and the Liberal opposition only won 5 seats. So it is quite
Yeah.
unlikely that that's going to turn around anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah. And Malinaucus.
Yeah,
I don't know.
seems very popular.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he definitely loves sport. He's done well
Yeah,
with Gather Round and
yeah,
stuff like that. And it's just all he's definitely uh not into the arts, I would say.
right. I see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But as if South Australia needs to carry on that tradition. Um 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. I think I think we're sort of hitting 5 to 6 is kind of
Yeah. Look,
where it sits, and some people will do better, and some people will do worse, and that's all
oh
right.
yeah, yeah. Look, I'll be brutally honest with you. I'm pretty happy with the 50% strike rate. Just that I got to say the word whacker feels
Yeah,
like a win. The Joey Jerry one was
yeah,
literally a coin toss out of where I was like,
yeah.
just as I said, I couldn't picture the vanilla leading man.
That's right. Yeah.
The Tassie one, I did the classic zag when I didn't need to.
But you did the correct zag on the double hat trick in
I,
cricket.
well, yes.
That was a
Y-
very good get.
Yeah. Dawn Fraser, Shane Gould. As soon as he said
Yeah,
Shane Gould, I was like, damn, I haven't, you know, once
yeah,
again, like Drongo and Shane Gould, sorry to put those two
yeah.
things in the same basket, but I haven't heard that name or that term for such a long time. And then as soon as you hear it, you go, oh, yeah, of course. So,
Yeah, that's right. So actually, the Shane Gould one, one of the reasons I did a question of that style was I originally had one written a few years ago for something I did that was Dawn Fraser, because so her categories had things like independent member of New South Wales Parliament and Dancing with the Stars Australia competitors.
Oh,
She did a
yes.
very, very early season of that, and it's just
Oh,
putting some of those pieces together of what the people have done in their lives. But yeah, so Shane Gould would be what, turning 70 this year. Dawn
yeah.
Fraser is well up in her 80s. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my logic was all off with Dawn Fraser, but I did like I could now that you say it, like I could picture her on Australian TV doing things. But yeah, you're
mm,
right. I think it was like I think my vague recollection was Dancing with the Stars and not. I did kind of think, whew, good effort if she won Survivor, but yeah,
yeah,
but she didn't.
she didn't, but Shane Gould did, and that was a good effort.
Oh
I
well, that
I think I'm almost most impressed about you getting the Sigmund Freud one from Bill and Ted, because that was unless you can really, unless you've watched it in recent years, remembering who is in that is tough.
yeah, I didn't remember it was Billy the Kid, but I did remember a cowboy.
Yeah,
And then locked that out. Like
yeah,
I actually thought it could have been who the cowboy was.
yeah.
But
Freud doesn't have as much to do in that film as some of the others, but he there is the classic gut line, "How's it going, Fru dude?"
it makes it all worthwhile just to
Yeah,
have
that's right.
it
Just
in
for
there
that
for
line.
that.
Yeah.
Well, that was great. All right. Well, as always, to people who are doing it in real time, which doesn't seem to be too many, and those of you who are pausing, and those of you who are doing it as a team, let us know. Let us know how you went. Let us know if you paused. Let us know if you did it in real time. It doesn't
Absolutely. Oh,
actually
yeah.
really matter. Just let us know your scores, and we do like the idea of you doing it as a team. So let us know if it was a team. Definitely let us know if you did it individually or as a
Yep.
team, and we'll do shout outs for um, whoever comes top in both.
Yeah, and I just once again, I hope people are, even if they're not getting as many right as they think they should have, I hope they're enjoying learning some of these weird and interesting facts about people and history and all of that.
Well, that's it's that's the bit that I enjoy the most, and also I'm eternally grateful to be able to share the story about Mum and I looking like a nice Christian mum and son going to see Barry Manilow together at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre.
Yeah, that's right.
If only
That's
I'd known back then that he did not write the songs, and I could have
Mm.
stood up and said Judas as a good Christian boy. Uh,
We're off to the Billy Graham concert instead.
yeah, we've turned, mate. Where can people find you at the moment, Bryden?
Yeah, well,
You
they can find me brydon.coverdale.com, which is my website where it pulls together a lot of the stuff that I do. And you can find me also on Instagram and Facebook. And I have actually just started TikTok as well. I finally gave in, and because I'm doing a lot of videos about interesting, quirky facts from history or people that you might not have heard of. I did one the other day about the origin of the name Tim Tam for the
Mhm.
biscuit,
Yep.
which came from actually a bit like Drongo, another racehorse. It was a horse that won the 1958 Kentucky Derby, and
Right.
Ross Arnott from the Arnott's Company just happened to be there and liked the name, and took it back home for the biscuit that they had coming out. So I do
Huh.
a lot of sort of that did you know kind of stuff. So you can find me there.
And I did a gig. I forgot to tell you this beforehand, but I did a gig on Thursday night, and the booker had said one of the first things he said to me because I hadn't seen him for a while. He said, "Oh, you work on the Chase Australia, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "Oh, I read your book," and he
Right.
loved it. So,
Yeah.
um,
The Quizmasters, which was out a few years ago now, but it's all about the world of quizzing, quiz shows, pub trivia, the World Quiz Championships, all of that sort of stuff, and it's also got a lot throughout it where I have little questions or things throughout the text that you can sort of play along as a quiz and then check the footnotes.
yeah, it's a great read. And can people buy it as a Kindle, or can
Yeah, yeah,
they
you can
get it?
definitely get it on Kindle. You can still get it online, even if it's not in bookshops. So if that sounds like your sort of thing, uh, I th everyone who I've heard of picking it up has pretty much enjoyed it. It's the feedback's always been pretty good. So yeah,
Yeah, and I think if you're people who are engaging with this podcast and enjoying the mix of questions and stories that go with it, I think it will be right up their alley. So I heartily recommend everyone to check it out if they haven't already.
yep.
Brydon, always great to see you. Thanks for today.
Thanks, Justin.
I've got to be honest, I am pretty disappointed that I only ended up with 5 out of 10 for that because I started so strong and I really worked my way through a few things, and then I just kind of dropped off towards the end. And to be honest, uh, like trying to guess the questions is so much fun. But I like learning the information. I like riffing off the information. So I was having such a good time with Bryden. It wasn't until we finished and, I've watched the Odyssey trailer a couple of times and then I came to record this. I was like, God damn it. Did not do very well at all in the end. You know, how funny is it that I can literally picture Terry Hatcher in a sitcom and I cannot picture Jerry Seinfeld, which kind of sums up Seinfeld, don't you think? Don't get me wrong, he's a billionaire, so I'm not really casting any shade on him, but he was the least interesting of the four characters. So anyway, there you go. I worked out hat trick though, and I feel quite proud of myself for that. So I'll take the wins where I can get them. So make sure that you let me know how you go. Let me know if you're doing it as a couple, and let me know if you're doing it as an individual. And no right or wrong. It'll just be interesting to know. Um, Yes, as I told you, I'll be touring regional New South Wales next week. So if you happen to be coming to any of those shows, please come and say hello. It's always nice to have a chat. And if you think you would like to attend them, head to Central West Comedy. And as I said, I think the majority of them are sold out. And even the ones that aren't sold out, there's not much wiggle room for tickets. So if you are keen, I would probably get onto that pretty soon. I will be in Brisbane on the 18th of June up at Good Chat Comedy. I'll be doing the work in progress that I worked on in Adelaide. I'm going to be taking that up to Brisbane. If you are a Patreon subscriber or you are signed up for my newsletter, you will be able to access a link that will get you $10 off your ticket. So if you are signed up or to the newsletter or to Patreon, make sure you keep an eye out for those links so you can take advantage of that. Otherwise, it's not too expensive, and I'd love to see you there. My gigs in Brisbane at the end of last year were my first gigs there in such a long time. And, it's crazy to think how long it's taken to get things working again, kind of post COVID. That's kind of what killed me with Brisbane. I used to be up there all the time, and COVID just kind of sent things sideways. And I'd like to reopen that market a little bit. So if you and friends would like to come along, that would be fantastic. And yeah. I think Perth might be the next place that I need to head to. Well, let me know. Write to me. Let me know where you are, and if we can, get enough people who are clamoring for me to come over, I can start looking into that. I haven't been to Perth in ages. I haven't performed in Hobart for a long time. It's been ages since I performed in Darwin. I love Darwin. Anyway, I'm looking for any excuse to be able to return to your city and have a good time. As always, if you would like to read the memoir that I'm writing, One Foot in the Spotlight, you can find that over at Substack. If you'd like to watch some of my stand up and watch this podcast, you can find it at my YouTube channel. And if you would like bonus podcasts and be able to see some one off videos that are, just probably not going to be widely distributed, but have been uploaded at Patreon. Patreon is the place to find all of that stuff. But if you would like to support this podcast, and money is tight, and I do understand that, you can either leave a top review on whichever platform you use, and also signing up for the newsletter. The newsletter is, as I keep saying, is my way of being able to connect direct with you and avoid the algorithm. So let's try and have a bit more of a one-on-one relationship than, having to flick through a whole lot of things that the big corporations decide you should see before you see me. All right. That was fun. These are really fun podcasts. And, we'll be launching. It's taking us a while to get this one going, but we've got a music segment launching with Nick Kennedy from Big Heavy Stuff and Knievel. We're going to be doing a regular music segment as well. So that will be the last one to launch towards the end of this month. And then we will have all of our segments locked in, and we will be rotating through them. Yep. Okay. That's enough from me. You've been great. Thank you very much for joining in. Send in those scores. Enjoy your weekend. And I look forward to chatting to you soon. Until then.